Hey you guys, sorry I wasn't on for about a week. I've had a few things going on. Probably one of the biggest things is I had this giant audiobook that was due on the 15th. I had to ask for an extension and I just struggled to get it done. I realized, so I'm an audiobook narrator as well. You probably figured that out, but I'm still a little bit newer. I've only done 10 or 11 books, but this last book that I was doing, I said yes and kind of regretted it. I didn't love what I was doing. I didn't love what the story was about. It was nonfiction, and I think I'm better with fiction. I think I like to create the story and the characters more, and so I kind of realized that. So I kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, and then I had to work 8 hours a day in my voiceover booth. So it was just taking all my time away to be here. So I'm going to be very careful how I do that in the future. I'm going to be very careful about the things I say yes to narrating and make sure they are in my wheelhouse and I enjoy reading the story, because then I think I'll also do a better job of narrating the audiobook. But also there was some family stuff going on this week, and I don't really want to get into it other than I just want to say to you, man, so as your kids grow up, you think they're all good and fine, but you know what? The ways they need you just kind of change. You'll always be a parent to them, and I'm not going to, I said, I don't want to throw any of my kids under the bus, but one of them was really struggling this week, was going through a lot of emotion, and I'm not sure exactly everything that's going on. Could be work related, could be personal, not everything's kind of come out, but being the mom, a lot of that stuff was kind of coming back on me. So I like being a safe space for them to land. That's always been something I've always offered, but I haven't had that in a while, and it was a bit hard. I found that it took the wind out of my sails, so to speak, and I've had to think about it a lot over the last few days. So, and even pray about it, and I want to just make sure that I bring peace into the situation. And it's not my situation, it's their situation, but like I said, they just bring their emotions to me, and I was just really feeling it. So it's not something I really enjoyed, because I haven't felt that way since they were younger. But yeah, I guess it's just still part of being a parent, and let me know if you go through those things too. And I just want to be there for each other, because as we're getting older, we think we're kind of past that, but we're not. So, and like I said, I'm on my way there now to hang out with them and stuff like that. I love them, all three of my kids, very, very much, and will always be there for them. But at the same time, I think it's important to put I think I might need to put a little bit of boundaries down, because I just don't want to be steamrolled over by their emotions of things in their life. That's a good way to put it. And I do want to be there, but it can't affect me the way it did this week. Anyway, I'm usually a pretty happy person and pretty cup half full kind of person, so I didn't want to get on here until my cup was refilled a bit, because my cup definitely emptied out a little bit. But sorry for the bouncing, I'm just kind of holding my phone here in the car. But thanks for hanging out with me, and I appreciate it. These are just another thing of us going through life, right? And sharing that life isn't always perfect, and I really like to be able to share that, because I go on social media now, I don't even know what's real anymore. I don't know what's AI. Everybody's perfect, their lives are perfect, and I'm like, well, I'm not. And I like sharing this because I'm actually sharing the honesty of life not being perfect, not being easy. And from the outside, we might look like things are perfect, but we're not. So anyway, that's probably it for this one. I will get back on here with more regular videos. I just kind of wanted to update you on where I was in the last week. And just wanted to come back and say I'm still here, and I'm coming back, and I'll be back with more videos. So thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you subscribe and like this video if you want more. And again, I'll just keep sharing life as I'm getting close to 60. My next birthday in a year. I just turned 59. This is a year of change and celebration. So turning 60 next September 1st. And this is the journey that I'm on. Anyway, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.